Vinco Ventures Short Squeeze, Chapter 976.
Send it to the frickin' moon, idiot.
Hi again, everyone. I hope you're doing really well. So I wasn't planning on doing another update on Vinco Ventures until perhaps after Thursday, when they will hopefully, I believe they will be, regain their compliance with NASDAQ listing requirements, as they would have been up above the $1 per share mark for over 10 consecutive sessions, courtesy of their 20-for-1 reverse stock split. However, Monday's trade certainly was interesting. The stock jumped by over 40 cents or 20% per share, to close the session off at $2.54 per share, which was kind of a bit of a surprise to a lot of people. And now, obviously, what's actually going on under the hood is that we're actually probably seeing a little bit of a short squeeze. Now, if you look at the short data behind the stock, it is kind of somewhat high. It has a short squeeze score of about 90, which is pretty high. Now, in terms of the percentage of float short, we're currently sitting at about 17%. There is a huge number of days to cover, however, so in that sense there's not a lot of pressure on shorts to cover, and the borrow fee, or the cost to borrow shorts, is only about 9% at the moment. So while there was a bit of a pump up rally for the stock, the longer term prospects of this rally running for much longer don't seem really high. Now, it's not to say it's not going to continue for another session, maybe another beyond that, but it's kind of hard to say. Now, the reason why I think it's squeezing is obviously because Thursday is going to be the day that, if the stock manages to stay above $1 still by that point in time, NASDAQ, the NASDAQ delisting threat that the company had will dissipate. Now, there is a lot of other problems that you need to consider with Excel, and this is one of the reasons why I don't think any rally in this stock is going to last for a lot longer. Firstly, they've got a lot of governance issues. The market is still waiting for like financial data from the company to come out. So it's kind of, and this isn't the first time they've had warnings from the NASDAQ about failing to meet standards in terms of reporting. It's happened in the past, and it's not a great thing. And there's always been like ongoing turmoil with the board, and it's almost been like a rotating door, like the board of directors and the CEO and stuff they've had over the years. Secondly, this isn't the first time that this stock has been targeted by a short squeeze. Now, in the past, it has been hyped up a lot more because of some of the really speculative areas that they were investing in. And I remember Cryptide. And also like there's a lot of hype around Lomotive and AdRiser when they acquired that and stuff. So they've kind of, they've got a very detailed history of short squeeze, and they've never really kind of like amounted to too much. They've always kind of been a bit of a short-term sugar rush. Now, admittedly, my first interest in the stock came jumping into a short squeeze a couple of years ago. And I'm honest, I actually took a decent haircut in the stock. I did lose my position, lost a lot of money, but I decided I was going to hold out until I received the Cryptide stock dividend, which kept getting delayed, and my position got worn down even further. And then when I finally got the Cryptide stock, they had to do a reverse split on that because it was terrible, and they've actually rebranded it, and I don't even think they do cryptocurrency anymore. Currently own 2 of those shares in my portfolio. Like, I don't even know what they are anymore. It's just like, it's nothing to me. So I did get out of Vinco Ventures, before it, fell below $1, but it's kind of, the company's in a bit of strife at the moment, I think. So anyway, so yesterday the stock did finish at $2.54 per share, which, if you look at it in reverse stock split terms, that's only about 22 or 23 cents. So it's still not quite that high, really, when you think about the underlying value of the stock. Now, something that the company does have going for it is that it does still hold a decent amount of cash, or at least it did based on its last financial update. We're still waiting for the most recent one. And if you look at the cash holding per share, and they don't have that much debt as a company, you're actually you might be buying into Vinco Ventures. You might actually be buying into a stock where the net asset value is a lot higher than the actual share price. So there is that side to it as well. But you're not going to necessarily get that money out of the stock, and it doesn't mean the stock's going to rise to that value. I hold several shares in my portfolio which the net asset value is higher than the actual stock price. It's just the reality of how it goes. Anyway, so they do have some positives going for it. My gut feeling is I don't think this rally is going to last beyond, this session. Might go beyond this session. It might start to tip this session. I don't know. But I don't think, like, given the past with Vinco Ventures and the fact that there's no real catalyst driving it, unless there's been some like inside knowledge come out, which, people aren't aware of. I don't see it running for much longer. Anyway, what do you guys think about Vinco Ventures? Is it going to be a continuation of Monday's rally on Tuesday? Do you expect to see a bit of a dip? We're about 4 cents up in the pre-market at the moment. Is this a sign of what's to come? Let me know your thoughts on Vinco Ventures and where it's going in the comments below. Till next time, everyone, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.